All right, my Sagittarius friends, how are you today? Michael Eschenburg here, Honest Aim, bringing you some honest astrology about your month ahead for March 2020. So this is for Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius sun. Again, these horoscopes tend to lean more toward the rising sign, but there's certainly some benefits of just checking them out in general. So what is going on for you this month? Right off the gate, we've got Venus squaring Saturn. Okay, let me show you your chart. So that happens between your second house of income, right, and your fifth house of creative self-expression. All right, so how you are being you, the shining stars that you are in the zodiac, right? You gotta love the philosophers, the visionaries that are the Sagittarians. Okay, so it's like there's personality coming out. And it's just like you have to pay attention to how this is affecting your income. Okay, Saturn is here is just like, look, I am the law, I am the creator of this reality. What I say goes. And this being in your second house, again, this is about your money. This is about your money. Okay, the things that you love, the things that you want. You know, this could be some change as well, saying like, oh, well, my personality really wants the Lamborghini. My personality, what I really love, what I could see myself in, how I could see myself rolling, you know, is through this really fancy car, this thing. And Saturn is over here saying, do you really need that? Is this what's going to make you happy in life? Is it truly what's going to make you happy? Sure, on a status quo kind of concept, yeah, you know, it looks really nice, and I'm sure you look great in that car or with that beautiful piece of jewelry or that whatever it may be. But Saturn's saying, like, watch your money, right? Don't let your ego get out of control, that your pocketbook is dwindling on things that aren't really going to help you out for the great, you know, bigger picture of things. Okay, so that's on the 3rd. Then on the 4th, Venus is going to move out of your 5th house into your 6th house. Okay, so this is work. Okay, this is about you giving back and saying, look, I need to fall in love with what I'm doing and the services that I'm providing for other people. That's not just about me and my journey. You know, you're a great visionary. You have a lot of knowledge. And it's just like, how are you giving that knowledge back to other people? How are you helping other people along their journey? So Venus moving into your 6th house, this is all about work. And you know, kind of grinding, getting it done. Okay, so it's exciting times. As well, Mercury down here in your 4th house, home and family. Okay, you got, you know, the Sun, Neptune, Mercury down here in the sign of home and family. Mercury's retrograde right now, which means it's going to move back. So on the 4th, it moves back into Aquarius. Back, all the way till the 10th. All right, Mercury is going to station direct on the 9th. And on the 10th, Mercury goes direct, meaning it's moving back forward again. Okay, so we went from 28 degrees all the way to 12 degrees, all the way back to 28 degrees. So during the 4th through the 16th, when Mercury finally enters back to the 0 degrees of Pisces. So the 4th to the 16th, those 12 days, nearly 2 weeks, Mercury is going to be at 2 degrees, okay, the 29th and 28th degree. So we got to ask ourselves, like, what conversations were happening in January? What conversations were happening at the beginning of February? You know, what was going on it's about knowledge. You know, it's where knowledge meets home, where knowledge meets family. So what's going on here that happened back at the end of January, beginning of February? It's being revisited right now because there's some sort of a karmic lesson that needs to be learned or needs to have a greater understanding on it. And Mercury moving into your 3rd house is about new information coming to light, right? So there's something coming to light for you that's going to happen over those like 2 weeks that's going to be beneficial for you moving forward now with a greater sense of self, a greater sense of awareness, a greater sense of, you know, how you're moving into your home front or whatever situation's coming your way. All right. Now we also have a full moon in Virgo on the 9th. Okay. So for you, Virgo is where? Virgo, 10th house. Okay, which there's really nothing going on up here right now. You know, there's a lot of empty space in the zodiac. Everything's kind of happening here between, this is your money. You know, there's a lot of happening here with your money, a lot happening on the home front. Okay, transitions are going to be happening to your creative self-expression, how you are rising to the challenges, as well as Venus moving into your 6th house, which is about work. So you have work and you have career. So this full moon in the sign of career for you is very, very powerful, again, because there's nothing really going on in this part of the chart. So this is highlighting home. Okay, this is highlighting Main Street, this home, little, quiet roads, the place where you rest your head. This is the party. This is Wall Street. This is Las Vegas. Okay, so there's again an opposition, something torn between this, very similar to the Venus square Saturn that happens earlier in the month. That's just like, home is where you lay your head. This is where you care. For you right now, the sun is there. Neptune is there. Okay. And over here, you've got this big business and Wall Street and all of this stuff that's coming to light. It's just, and it's discerning, what do you need in your life that helps you with your home? What kind of work are you doing right now? Okay, the work that you're doing displays the public image and in your career that people see in you. How you govern yourself, how you're dressing to go get this job. What job are you trying to get? What job are you trying to attain? What is going on in your life right now? So this home and work front is definitely being highlighted during this full moon. That's on the 9th. Now as well, we've got the sun conjunct Neptune on the 8th. Okay, so I just showed you that down here. So the sun conjunct Neptune on the 8th. So that means on the 9th, the sun is still going to conjunct Neptune during this full moon. It's very powerful because, again, a lot is saying like home and family front. So it's just like, if you're happy with your home and family, this full moon is just like, how can I continue to help take care of my family? How can I continue to take care of my home? If you're unfamiliar, or not unfamiliar, unhappy with what's going on in your home life here, maybe it's time to move. Okay, so this full moon's going to say like, look, I've got to get my stuff in order. My money's looking good right now. My money is looking good. And I need to make sure that sustains. I need to make sure that is going to be manageable, because I don't like the living situation I'm in right now, and I need to move out. And for me to move out, I have to, think about this bill, air conditioning, summer's coming, winter's closing. Anyway, so sun conjunct Neptune there on the 8th. Very, very powerful in conjunction as well with this full moon that's happening in your career house. All right. Now on the 10th, we got, Mercury going direct. On the 11th, we have the sun sextile Jupiter. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, this is a cool aspect. So Jupiter is our planet of expansion within the laws of reality. It's in Capricorn right now, which is the wall of reality. Then Uranus, Aquarius is the breakthrough. Then Neptune and Pisces is the dream, is the imagination, the creativity, right? So when we have the sun and, Neptune already sextiled Jupiter, okay? That's a powerful aspect. That happened last week. Well, depending on when you're watching this. It happened last week for when I'm filming this. So the sun's going to move up here, and that's going to create a sextile to Jupiter, okay? So this is your money and home. Again, a lot dealing with home and money. Home, money, your finances, okay? And again, whatever this full moon is highlighting that comes, that comes to fruition over the next 2 weeks as the moon travels until we have this new moon here in Aries, which that is going to happen on the 24th at about 5 a.m., okay? So on the 20th, the sun is going to move into Aries. The 25th, the sun's going to connect with Chiron here, okay? Then on the 24th, the moon and Chiron and the sun are all still going to be here, okay? So what does that mean for you? There's like, it's part of ego is dying and letting go. Okay, this might refer back to the stuff that happened earlier in this month when it's just like, well, this is what I really want, and why can't I have these things? And it's like, well, maybe you can have these things. But the universe is saying, do you really need these certain things? Do you really need, the $300,000 vehicle in your driveway for how it looks? This is the kind of energy that comes out when you have Venus squaring Saturn, especially in the places where they're at, where Aries is like, I want to rush ahead. I want to get this. I want it, I want it for me, for my own ego. And Saturn and Capricorn home is just like, yeah, no. So now you have this new moon on Chiron, again, in your fifth house, which fifth house is definitely, it is about ego. It is about your playfulness. It is about your attitude. It is about your courage. Okay. So there's also dealing with, like, in what areas of life have you been knocked down that you felt like you couldn't get back up? You know, or this is saying you have all of that energy, regardless of material possessions. We'll throw that to the side. Regardless of material possessions, you have all of this energy right now to make things happen for yourself. You have all this energy to continue to get back up every time you get knocked down. You know, you have the ability to be courageous, to be the leader that you are. You know, this is sister fire sign, brother fire sign, whatever, you know. You're Sagittarius, so this is happening in the sign of Aries. This is like, it's adding fuel to your personal passion and fire, which is very exciting. Okay, it's a good place for it to be. Coming back to the chart here. All right, so that happens on the 24th and 25th. Then on the 27th, okay, Venus now is really cruising through your sixth house. All right. And again, it's about loving what you're doing for work, loving and how you're helping, giving back to other people. Venus is now going to create the trine to Earth sign Capricorn. Okay. Earth sign Taurus, Earth sign Capricorn. Venus, home in Taurus. My material possessions, what I love, want, and desire. For you, your sixth house. This is about, again, you giving back and being unconditional. Okay. And now Venus is going to start to trine Jupiter on the 27th, trine Pluto on the 28th. And as well, Mars is going to be up there hanging out with all of these guys. Okay, so Jupiter again is about expansion. So we're talking about finances, what I'm doing for work, because I love doing my work so much. It's going to expand my pocketbook. It's going to expand my finances, my income. Okay, so me doing these things that I love for work is going to expand and transform, okay, how I make money. So this is a really, really positive time for you toward the end of March, okay? And that also is going to lead into the beginning of April. So very, very favorable time. Then here on the last couple days of the month, Mars is going to move through here and pop out into Aquarius on the 30th. Now Saturn is finally going to leave Capricorn on the 22nd. Okay, then Mars and Saturn are going to conjunct together on the 31st. So Saturn's doing a little pendulum tick-tock. So it's leaving Capricorn, it's leaving its first home. Its second home is Aquarius. Okay, in old astrology, Saturn ruled both Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay, so Saturn is leaving Capricorn, place where it's very comfortable, moving into another place where it's also very comfortable, because it's, well, one, it's home in Capricorn. Two, it's just like, well, I'm allowed to get in and make things happen. You know, it's just like Capricorn, Saturn and Capricorn home is just like taking care of the dishes, taking care of laundry, taking care of cleaning the cobwebs, remodeling, painting, doing all the things that one needs to do. For self, that is what? That is making sure that we're doing exercise, making sure that we're staying on top of our game, making sure that we're, applying discipline to our lives, right? So now Saturn moving into Aquarius, which is about technology. This is your third house, which has to deal with information. This is like, now I get to sit down behind my desk and I get to make these videos. I get to sit down behind my desk and edit photos. I get to sit down behind my desk and send emails or correspond with other people. So it's like getting things done and using technology, future advancements to help us along the way. And so for this being in your third house, this is about information, okay? There's like concrete information that's coming in that's really gonna aid in where you're going for the future over the next 2.5 years. Okay, so it's going to pendulum in, then pendulum out around July, and then come back in for, again, for the next 2.5 years. So very, very favorable time. The end of the month looks really, really, really good for you, especially with Venus trine to Jupiter, trying to transform into Pluto. Mars coming up there. Mars takes 2 years to go around the zodiac. Jupiter takes 12 years. And Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. So the fact that we get Jupiter and Mars together this year in 2020, the exalted planet moving forward, making sure that we're getting things done, and this happening in your sign of money, this is kind of like the best. This is a great opportunity for you to right now to make some money, a great opportunity to apply whatever work that you love to do. You're not just going to work to make money because that's what you want. You're going to work because this is what you love to do in life, and you're very excited to do that, and this creates new opportunities to create income for you. All right, my Sagittarius friends, thank you as always for hanging out with me. If you're new to the channel, we are doing daily horoscopes every single day, oxymoronic as that is, but we dive deeper into each of these aspects that's going on, and really, expand upon the different aspects and transits that are happening. So I hope to see you then. Leave a comment if, this resonates with you or whatever. I always appreciate the feedback. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.